This is the only evidence.
Good evening. Let's go over to live scene. And it seems the camera is not working. We can fix this. And there we are. Now, you might be wondering why I'm in half light. Let me know if the music is... Stuart, hello. Hello, welcome indeed. I'm trying to get into the spirit of Halloween, and not really been able to get up much apart from that caution stay out sign behind me. But I've been out for dinner this evening with friends, which was very nice. I was going to live stream at 8 o'clock, but I decided to well, no, I didn't decide. It was planned. It was planned a while back, and you know, I couldn't bail out, and I didn't want to bail out. So I decided to come home afterwards and live stream a little bit later. So here I am, live streaming to you. It's about 10 past 10 Friday night. It's Halloween. That's absolutely fine. That is absolutely fine. I'd rather her drive and be safe than you know, try and communicate. I'm gonna have to put, but I've got some ghost books. I thought I might read some ghost books today. See how that goes. And of course I've got a playlist in the background. So these are all British ghost stories. They're places I've visited. And yes, so this first book is Warwickshire Ghost Stories, and we might just end up chatting, I don't know. Actually, I don't mind just chatting. We can wait and see if more people join. I'm going to put this fan on because it's a bit warm. I'm a bit warm actually. It's quite mild tonight. But I said I wanted to come online and sort of be here for Halloween. But I've got the contingency plan up, so we'll see how many people join. Otherwise it'll just be another ramble. Just making sure I've done everything I need to do. That's fine. So I hope everyone's had a good week, and if not, I hope your weekend's better and next week for you is better. It's been a bit of a... Hi Amanda. Sorry, I'm just checking some messages. That's fine. Yeah, so the plan was to read ghost stories. I've got the books. I've got the books here ready to go. But at the moment, I've just come back from dinner with friends, and the original plan was to live stream at 8 o'clock. But I've just decided I want to come home and live stream for an hour or two, and be online. Yeah, I mean, I've got books that I can read if people want them. British ghost stories, but in personal news, my leg is now wrapped in a compression bandage. The Doppler came back saying I have good blood flow through my leg, which means healing is going well. It's still a bit painful, but it's nowhere near as painful as it has been. But it's making good progress. Yeah, so wait and see what happens. I put this playlist together because it's sort of fitting for this time of year, I think. So, yeah, I mean, what is there to say, really? I'm not sure. Sort of thinking on my feet here. Prompt me. Please prompt me. As I say, I've eaten, so this will probably be... Tell you what. Let's have a ghost story. We'll go with Haunted Northumberland. So this is the book Haunted Northumberland. Try and find an angle that... And Northumberland is a county in north of England, borders with Scotland. So we'll skip the forward in the introduction. Okay, this is the Hooded Monk of Alwinton. Alwinton is located about 20 miles west of Alnwick and lies at the top of the Coker Valley on the outskirts of Northumberland National Park. The Hooded Monk of Alwinton is a rather well-known ghost. The Hooded Monk of Alwinton is a rather well-known ghost that is attached to this area. So what self-respecting Northumbrian ghost hunter would omit it while compiling a gazetteer of Northumberland's finest ghost stories? Not me, that's for sure. As in, the writer of this book. There is, however, not that much to the tale, to be honest, but what is known is well worth retelling in these pages. The ghost, or at least its sightings, are said to date back to the 1960s, when a number of people reported seeing a monk-like figure drifting around a lonely spot up near the moor area. Something that makes this story a little different from the other ghost stories or monk stories is that this particular spectre is seen with no face, no hands, and no feet, and it is said to hover above the ground. It is as though nothing but floating robes frequent the area. According to Peter Underwood in his book The A to Z of British Ghosts, the haunting was investigated by the Newcastle Institute of Psychical Research in 1967. Sadly, the society does not exist anymore, so efforts to find out what they may or may not have uncovered during their investigation proved fruitless. I would indeed like to know more about this cowled phantom. However, so, if anyone knows anything, or if you were once part of the Newcastle Institute of Psychical Research, then please do contact me and tell me all about it. And I should say the author of this book is Darren W. Ritson. Now, this next one I've actually been to. I've actually been to Bamburgh Castle. It sits on the coast of Northumberland, and it's a lovely part of the country, Northumberland. I love it. Bamburgh Castle, Bamburgh. Lying around 20 miles south of Berwick-upon-Tweed and approximately 40 miles north of Newcastle upon Tyne, is one of England's most notable historic strongholds, Bamburgh Castle. Nestling high on basalt crags, yet in the same respect almost on beach level, Bamburgh Castle most certainly dominates the area in which it is situated, with the most spectacular views and panoramas being enjoyed by those that visit there. There are many reasons why one could pay Bamburgh Castle a visit. The Norman keep, which remains intact on the site of Bamburgh Castle, was probably built by Henry II, while excavation has shown the site to have been occupied since the 1st century BC. The castle played a very large and a most crucial role in the infamous War of the Roses in 1464, and, by all accounts, was the first castle ever to succumb to cannon fire in the UK. The imposing and elevated keep is the oldest remaining part of the castle, and can be seen from miles away on a clear day. Most of the bastion was destroyed during the bloody sieges and wars, but the magnificent keep remains miraculously unscathed, retaining its original stonework. In the 18th and 19th century, much needed restoration began on the castle. In 1894, it fell into the hands of the Armstrong family after the first Lord Armstrong saw it and decided to immediately purchase it. Its restoration subsequently and thankfully continued, and today the castle stands proud as a reminder of those turbulent bygone days. For the author personally, it is the symbol of rugged Northumbrian coastline. There are 2 ghosts associated with Bamburgh Castle, with the first being that of a knight in full shining armour. This phantom has reputedly been seen and heard in the Great Norman Keep as he rattles and clatters his way through the dark chambers at the foot of this ancient edifice. As for the other ghost story, well, there seems to be varying accounts of just what or who this second ghost really is. The first version of the Ghost Lady of Bamborough was relayed to the author during his early days at school. And I quote, "I had been staying at the centre for schools at nearby sea houses during a week's holiday away with my class. During the course of the week, we ventured along to Bamborough Castle, where our teachers told us about the Pink Lady. We were informed that this elusive phantom haunted the castle battlements and surrounding sand dunes. The Pink Lady, we were told, was thought to have been a Northumberland princess who once resided in the castle. She fell in love with a man who was subservient. I'll start again. Who was subsequently sent overseas by her father simply because he did not believe in their relationship. This broke the princess's heart, and she vowed to wait for his return. Thinking the princess would soon give up on waiting for her love, her father left her to her own devices. Eventually, after waiting many years with no sign of her lover, her father decided it was time for some devious action. In an effort to put her off, he invented a story about how the man in question had somehow contacted him and explained that he had met another woman on his travels and would not be coming back for his daughter. This story backfired on him in the most horrendous way. After hearing the dreadful news, she took herself to the top of the castle while wearing her favourite pink gown, as the tale goes, and hurled herself to her death on the jagged rocks below. We were told that her ghost is seen every other year standing in the same sand dunes with her pink gown blowing in the North Sea breeze as she waits hopelessly for her long, most certainly lost love. Okay, that was heavy going. I might actually do a proper video of those. I mean, that was all right, but at the same time, I think I need to sort of think it through a bit more. I mean, yeah, that was a struggle. I think I need to do a proper video of that and get it up. I'm struggling a lot at the moment. I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling a lot. It's just, I'm going to end the stream.